Hello, hello. Hi! How are you? My name's Abby. I'm from EV Tarot Reading. I'm a strange, weird, unusual lady who's still getting all her bits and pieces together. I said bits and I said pieces. My wife hates that term, so I say it and it annoys her and it makes me giggle. But anyway, just to to hop in, you guys. My name's Abby. If you haven't figured that out by there we go. It's on that side to figure out where my directions are pointing. But yeah, I'm a professional tarot reader. I'm a tarot card slinger. I am also a problem solver. Is kind of how I think of it. And I also have my notes that I'm trying to refer back to, so I can do this a little bit more smoothly from here on out. Let's see if this actually works. But yeah, I wanted to tell you that I am a professional tarot reader. In addition, I sell tarot cards. I also sell tarot services. So I work on workbooks and notebooks, and I'm turning into a bit of a content creator in addition. I like to work from a problem solving perspective, just to kind of give you the synopsis of how I do this. I like to find solutions. I like to have you leave with answers to your questions. I like to be productive in some way, shape, or form. And as we're being told, for only forgot what day it was, it's May 6th. So it's like if you come back to this session some weeks from now, you'll know that this session was recorded on May 6th. And so if you put it in question, like, a couple weeks later, I may not respond to it. So my apologies if I've missed those on occasion, but that's just how it goes. But yeah, my focus here is problem solving, and our game plan today is to do 6 card sample readings for you all. So this is just me getting in touch with my intuition. This is me getting in touch with our mutual guides, whoever's working with us today. Melissa, who is over here, is the gatekeeper, the tarot overlord, the person who is the person who is going to be selecting the questions from the comments for me. So her job and her blessed work, and I love what you do because I know you get to deal with a lot of people that come and ask for questions or ask for readings. She selects questions based on variety. So she's not specifically ignoring someone or choosing someone over anyone. We're just aiming for variety of questions so that we don't get stuck on one type of question through the entire read or for the entire session today. So if you would like to have a question, please feel free to drop it into the comments. To ask a question, said comment. 2, also, let's keep it to one question at a time, because if we put multiple questions into a comment, I'm going to split up your question. We may not get to the other portion of it. So just go ahead and drop one question at a time for me. Specifics matter. Details are very, very helpful. If you have a timing question, give me a time frame. If you want to know when you're going to be moving into a new house, is it going to be soon? Soon is relative. My soon is going to be different than your soon. So tell me, like, 2 weeks, 4 months, 8 years, whatever it is that you're needing. Like, give me something specific to work with, and that will help us out greatly. Things that I will not touch on in this session and most others is anything Corona related. I'm not going to go there. Also, I don't really want to read about your death. I just really don't want to. I'm also going to remove myself from anything that feels neurotic or is self-destructive. So if we're looking into your ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend, I'm going to say no, thank you. I don't want to help you hurt yourself, essentially. I want to help you grow. I want to help you get better. I want to help you feel better. That is the whole game plan. And I try to make you laugh at the same time. So don't be surprised if I get all giggly, and I get all weird, and I get all looking over here, looking for feedback from a person, and she's shaking her head at me because I done said something silly yet again. And she's shaking her head in shame. But yes, so let me go ahead and get my cards shuffled. I'm getting a little oiled up as we speak. Did I miss anything? I think I got the high levels. Oh, 1, please make sure that you can hear me. And 2, I will totally hop into the comments here in just a second to see who's here, who's already said hello to me. I see that we've got 21 people who have already shown up. Thank you, my dear 21s. Also, of everyone that's here right now, how many of you have already had a tarot reading before? Not just by me, but by like anybody in particular. Have you ever gotten one done? Like, raise your hands or drop an emoji or whatever you want to do. Tell me if you've ever had a tarot reading done before, because this is a different practice. It's a different process than a lot of readers that I've ever been exposed to, or a lot of readers that I've ever seen. My style is a little bit different, kind of quirky. So we'll just go with that. But I totally want to hop in and say hello to who is here today. So we scroll up.
Bernadette says me, I have by you.
Ah, Bernadette, I'm so glad that I've read for you, dearie. Ashley, thank you so much. I see Corinne is. Oh, Corinne's. I think she is actually here because I saw that she posted a question early. Christina, it's nice to see you, sweet pea. Nancy, I'm glad you're here. Oh, there's your face. Yes, I've read you before. It's like, I know these names. Jazzy, hi, good evening to you too. Sandrine, it is your birthday, Sandrine. Happy birthday, dear sweet pea. Thank you for reminding me it's your birthday. I'm going to be sending you something later. So I'm going to note to self, big old bold print and Sharpie. Sandrine, there we go. That'll remind me. Perfect. You have to tell us how old you are. What do you want for Christmas? Not your birthday, for Christmas. Yes. All right, my good. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, that happens. I'm going to hop out of comments so that I can get refocused because I don't stand in here. Otherwise, I'll be distracted all day and I will not get in touch with the cards. So if you see me reading and I'm not looking at you because I'm looking over here, I'm trying to stay focused. I get distracted by what's happening on the screen sometimes, even though it's myself. Don't tell nobody. But I get distracted sometimes. I need to look off to kind of refocus because I'm listening to what I feel. I'm listening to what memories are showing up. I'm listening to those first intuition nudges that show up, and all of that combined with what actually the cards are saying or like what actual they mean is the reading that I'm compiling for you. So all that together, shake it up, shake and bake. It's reading. That's how Abby does it. So I'm spritzing a little bit of a smell good sprays, and I got my essential oils already good. So here in a moment, I'll be ready for you. Get my last bit. Then Melissa will pull a question that she likes. Ooh, I'm working with 2 sets of cards today. Oh yes, will you share the love? Will you? Okay, couple things. Maybe 3, I don't know. First off, will you share this video either on like your own Facebook page or to a group that you belong to, or just tag somebody in it that you think might get something out of this, might get entertainment from watching someone like myself bobbing answering questions like this. It would be so much fun to share the tarot love. But also, could you like go ahead and thumbs up the video? Can you thumbs up this little live feed? And if you'd like to kind of like stay in touch, you can totally like and follow this page. Like liking and follow the page kind of keeps you in the loop of everything that's going on, all the things that I'm creating, all the things that I am making. And sometimes I do little impromptu hop-ons, and sometimes when I'm doing an appointment and an appointment no-shows, I give the time back to my community. So then I hop on and do like a live session right there for the 30 minutes that somebody else had reserved. Now I have this open space and I want to give it back. So that is something that we do. Some little treats that happen. Some of the little treats. There we go. As I get my words out of my face. So I'm shuffling my cards. When Melissa's ready, I will be answering some questions. I'll be answering some questions. Let's see. Shuffle up. Nicole, what will my love life look like in the next 3 months? Ooh. Let's see, in the next 3 months. So the quick question that I'm thinking about, and I'm going to kind of make a decision for you. Like, I'm wondering if we're thinking about over during the next 3 months, or at the, like, what will it look like at the end of 3 months? So it's kind of like, I know it's a hair, and I'm not going to split it with you, but that's kind of like where my brain is thinking. Like, where are we going with that? So yeah, let me pull some cards for you. I'm going to go ahead and use my Everyday Witch tarot. It's a funky little tarot set that I've been falling in love with yet again. And then let's pull some cards. All right. Nicole, what does your love life look like in the next 3 months? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sweet pea. All right, what's going on with your love life, honey? So what I have for you is the, there we go, 5 of Cups. I'm going to get closer so you can actually see some of the details here. And there you go, 10 of Wands, along with the King of Pentacles. So this first part to me is looking like somebody like broke your heart, sweet pea. Like it just doesn't look like, or be a male or a person, like the person who's in your environment that's holding a lot of your attention. It looks like they're not measuring up, or they're letting you down. Like that 5 of Cups, part of those cups that you see is spilt. So like part of them have fallen on the ground. I mean, yeah, there's still a party going on. You still have those cups available to you, and a basket and some wine and some balloons, and it's all nice fun and games. But it feels like, or looks like rather, that there's like somebody in the works that kind of like annoyed the hell out of you and kind of ticked you off. So I also, in addition, have the 8 of Swords, along with the 9. Well, that was the 9 of Wands. There we go. I have the 9 of Wands. And then the Chariot card. So for me, sweet pea, at the end of 3 months, or during the space of 3 months, I feel like you're not really focus on the romance because it's like somebody who is already around or somebody that is around is like being a butt, and we don't really want them to be around, or they're not being productive. So my thought for you during the 3 month timeline, or at the end of 3 months, you're making a decision. You're choosing like this way or that. You're choosing between where to go or who to, to work with, or be by myself or be with others, or it's like the decision making process. So at this time, it doesn't feel like it's super romantic for your love life. It seems like it's like a little bit of self recovery, self care, and trying to get out of your own way so that you can then go into different situations, then move into other dates, that makes sense. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that it does. But it's like as of right now, it doesn't look like a person is in the mix. It seems like maybe you're focusing on self, because these other cards are very like one person, one person, one person, also one person. So it's like with all those singular people, it's not a whole bunch of coupling, it's not a whole bunch of coming together. It looks more like getting rid of someone and then taking care of yourself. Is kind of what it looks like for the 3 months. But yeah, totally let me know how this lands for you, my dear. And anybody else who gets a read tonight, feel free to let me know how it lands, how it resonates, if it does, if it doesn't. I like to know so I can understand like when something makes sense and when that was way left field and made no sense for where I'm at in my life. It helps me out a great deal. But thank you so much for that question, Nicole. And when Melissa's ready, I'll pull my next one. Oh, my laugh is infectious. I hope in a good way, not like need penicillin infectious. Like that would be sad. But I appreciate it. And I know your intention, but those little words just kind of like infection. Reminds me of an abscess anyway. Can you tell me how my business will do these next few months? How your business will do? Okay, totally will. Let's see what's going on there. Let's aim at 2 months. How's your business doing over the next 2 months? Let's see. So I'm going to shift over to my standard Rider-Waite. We generally know what those look like. It's like the world's most famous tarot card. Well, probably the second or third most famous, depending on your point of view and perspective. Okay. Oops. Ooh. Now they don't want to shuffle. There we go. Last one, and we'll pull some cards from me here. All right. Let's see how your business will do these next few months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got some interesting stuff going, sweet pea. So I have the King of Cups reversed for you, along with the Two of Wands reversed. And this one is the Seven of Wands reversed. So what is going on? Let's see. So the King of Cups, usually to me, when he is upright, he is very square in his emotions. He is very comfortable and confident. He is competent as well. So when he's reversed, I'm wondering if he's starting to get a little bit of self-doubt going. So I'm wondering if you're starting to question some aspects of your business, if you're starting to question like the longevity, or are you making the right decision? Are you making the right choices by choosing set A instead of set B. So the Two of Wands for me, like when it's, again, when I think about it, right set up first, it's usually about planning. It's strategy. It's looking out into the world and kind of deciding what you're going to make of it. And so when he's reversed, it's like maybe losing touch with the ability that you still have some control here, that you still have the ability to make choices here. When the 5, 6, 7, 7 of Wands is upright, he's kind of in defense mode. Like he feels that he needs to defend himself. Maybe not necessarily that he's being attacked. He may not actually be attacked, but he's feeling the need to be defensive. So when he's reversed, I'm wondering, or I'm feeling like he being you, very well could be feeling like a little hopeless in some of the things that are happening. So I'm wondering if your business is kind of has a pulse on this whole like COVID stuff. And so you're feeling the effects of maybe a lower clientele. You're having the effects of lower people or less people having disposable income to drop directly on your business. So with that, I have the 7 of Cups reverse, along with the Star reverse. So all your cards were reversed today with the Queen of Swords reversed. So this last part for me is thinking about how your business is doing over the next couple months. You have some decisions and some choices that need to be made, and they may be some of those harder decisions, but it's kind of like if you make the harder decisions now when it's easier, you'll have less of a problem making them later when it gets to be like more metaphorically life and death. It's like when you have to like maybe let go of an employee now so that you don't have to like close the business later kind of thing. So it's just like you have some decisions that need to be made, but it feels like it's still in production. It still feels like the business is there. It's just coming. It's getting a little crunchy, a little hard, a little bit more difficult than it has been. But this is all temporary. This all feels temporary. The cups, I'm not seeing anything that feels like super permanent, super stagnant, or like all hell broke loose. So this is just fine for you, darling. This is just fine for you, darling. But totally let me know how that lands for you. If you feel like that's kind of makes sense for what's going on for you. If that's totally left, you're like, what? You got questions. All right, my dear. Thank you so much, Lola. I appreciate your question. Let me go ahead and get shuffling. Will she open her heart to me before the end of the year, or should I move on? Ooh, good question. Oh, she's been here before? Oh, I don't recognize the picture. Did you change your hair? I bet you did, didn't you? Melissa remembers you, so I trust that. So let's see. Will your person open her heart? Will she open her heart? Or do you need to move on? Let's see. What's in her best interest to do? 3. Last one. What's in her best interest to do? What's in her best interest? Do. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting ball of wax. I feel like it's still a work in progress. Like it's not 100% nailed down one way or the other. So forgive my vagueness, but I'm going to show you why I feel that way. So the first card that shows up for me is the 4 of Wands reversed, along with the Knight of Cups, and then the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So all of these cards, they're all reversed, so that's funky and interesting at the same time. But first leads me into feeling around the situation, the person that we're reading you and about. So it's like this person feels like this need to defend themselves or protect themselves or keep themselves private and closed off. So you had just mentioned, like, will they open their heart to you? I'm kind of inclined to think that it's going to take more time than you're really willing to put in, which is perfectly okay, because that's not a bad thing. The other cards that I have for you is the 4 of Swords, along with the Hermit card and the Knight of Wands. So this person kind of triggers this need for you to kind of run in and save them, run in and show you how much your heart can help them, your heart can heal them in essence. And it may not be in your best interest to lead with that, because then it's such a complicated concept to describe. But I want for you to take care of yourself first and foremost and allow this person to come to you on their own terms. If you chase them, they will run. If you allow them to come to you, they have to decide if they're going to show up. They have to decide if they're going to present themselves and open themselves and be vulnerable to you. You cannot make them do anything they don't want to do. So you be you all day, every day. You be you. You be your knight in shining armor kind of person to yourself, and allow them the opportunity to open up on their own. Will it be within that year? We said end of the year timeline. I don't think so. But moving on, I wouldn't say like abandon ship. I would just say like, do you like? How do I describe do you like? Do you do what you want to do? Like if you haven't committed to each other, then you continue to date. Maybe be besties. Y'all can be friends, but don't wait on this person to get their act together. That's something that they're gonna have to do on their own before they do their about face and see you as the opportunity that you, of course, are. Anyway, that's where I'm going. I could speak on that for days, but yeah, it's a mixed bag of kind of like, yeah, continue on, keep doing your thing, but don't give up. Like, just be homies, hold their hand, but don't do it for them. If that makes any sense. Thank you so much, Neri, for your question. I definitely appreciate it. All right, Pam, will my overall health improve? Not COVID related. Thank you for the clarity. I certainly hope so. No one likes to be all, disheveled and unwell. No one likes to be unwell. Let's see. I'm going to use my everyday witch because that's so much fun. So, Pam, let's get a couple good shuffles in, and then we'll pull some cards for you, my dear. P.S. I'm sorry you're not. All right. Will Pam's overall health improve? Will her overall health improve? All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my dears. Okay, so the cards that I have for you, I have the Two of Pentacles, along with the Ten of Wands. There we go, and then the Five of Wands. So this first part to me is this kind of. I almost feel like you're having the experience of having to deal with this appointment, that appointment, this doctor, that doctor, back and forth to this one. This one needs that. So it's this whole like bouncing kind of thing. It's like when you have multiple things going on. If it's like an autoimmune related issue, then there's like this person who deals with this and this person who deals with that. And so it's the back and forth, and then it gets tiring, and then it gets exhausting. It gets burdensome to have the illnesses in themselves. So will it improve? The Four of Cups for me, along with the Five of Cups, but ending on a Page of Cups. So I think right now, if you continue to do everything the way it is right now, it doesn't seem like improvement is what's in the ball of wax for you. Because it kind of feels like you're getting caught up in the race where you're medicating your medications is kind of the thought around it. So if we can figure out a way to kind of pull you back into a more holistic, whole picture approach to your health, that might actually get you back to this point of feeling better, of taking stock of what's going on for you emotionally, not just for your health. I hope that makes sense, because when it comes to your health and your diseases, there's a bigger picture to it. It's not just like having a temp or having a fever or having this autoimmune disorder or having this other thing or having these little things. It's a bigger picture. So if we can get out of the micro, get back into the macro, I think you then you very well may be able to see the whole picture that is your health, or have somebody help you see the whole picture that is your health, and then you may be able to start seeing improvement. So it's possible. It is something that you can get done. If you're staying exactly the way you are right now, then not likely. So it's like something has to change before that health benefit will happen, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense for you, Miss Van. Thank you so much. Do you see me being a homeowner by the summer? Oh, I like it. Yes, I do like specifics. You know I like specifics. I wish you were here for the conversation that happens before these things go live. Melissa's usually like just talking such trash about her wife. Me. But we're laughing about it the whole time. So it works out well. Okay. Are you going to be a homeowner by summer? By summer. Let's see. Yeah, let's do like by school starts. Let's not do that one because school may not start in summer. Okay, we'll keep it open-ended in summer this year. I will specify it that summer this year so that we don't do something like next year. That'll not be fun. That's not what we're asking for. All right, well, it should be a homeowner by the end of the summer. Let's see what's up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, my dear. So the cards that I have for you, I have the Six of Wands, which is kind of fun, along with the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So this first part to me, hun, I kind of think that I don't think you're gonna make like the deliberate, like if you looked at a calendar and then from like this date to this date of summer, like I don't think it's gonna be within those dates. But to me, it's like shortly, like a couple weeks right after. So it feels like within the year, likely within the year. Sorry, I'm getting caught up because I feel like my timing on that may not be right. Because it feels like more fall. Like anytime I think about it, it feels like fall. So the other cards that I have for you is the Page of Wands reversed, along with the Knight of Wands, and then the Star card. So I feel like something is starting. Like the Six of Wands showing up for us looks like you're gonna have that opportunity. It's gonna show up. The house is gonna be there. You're gonna get started. It's gonna get exciting, and then something happens where you get kind of blocked a bit. So like I don't know if the loan doesn't go through, or the contracts don't go through, or it doesn't sell, or something kind of falls away by the side. That's what I meant by the side. And then there's a having to walk away from maybe the deal or the arrangement or something that doesn't land the way you need it to, so that you can be an owner by summer. But I feel like ultimately that's going to be in your best interest, because it is what is needed so that you can find what it is you're looking for. I feel like it's going to just like make you a little bit despondent when you have to go through that kind of process. So it's like if you're able to find your home or a home from now through the summer, like hold on to it with open hands. Like don't hold on so much that you're despondent and torn apart if for some reason it doesn't go through. Because I do think it will. It just doesn't feel like it's going to be exactly summer. It does feel like it's shortly thereafter. It feels fall to me, thinking about like the seasons and what we're going through. Summer doesn't feel accurate. It feels like more fall. I don't even think winter. Like it doesn't feel like snow or ice or anything like that, but it does feel kind of like the trees. That's the word. The trees are, I know it's such a hard word these days. The leaves are changing. They're doing their thing. And yeah, that feels more accurate for me. And it feels like the what is it, the hubby or the person, the significant other that you're working with or whoever is helping you with this is very proud. Like they got this done. Like they helped you get this done. Like that's that kind of feel that comes along with it. But I think it's more fall for you, hun. But yeah, this year though, it feels like this year. Thank you so much for that. All right, my dear Courtney. Hello. You're moving across the country soon. I want to know if I'm making the right decision and if it'll go smoothly. Moving to pursue my dreams. Well, then yes. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to answer the first part of this question is if you're making the right decision, you're following your dreams, right decision. Cool. Now let's answer the part about the smoothly. That's the part that we can chew into. Will it go smoothly? Will this move go smoothly? I'm so glad that you're doing big things for your dreams, hun. Follow that until the cows come home. But stay safe, because like all this moving in COVID world is interesting these days, to say the least. But yeah, let's see. Will it go smoothly? Not what we need to know. Will it go smoothly? All right, last shuffle. All right, let's pull for you. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my dear. So this first part, I have the 4 of Wands reversed, along with the 4 of Pentacles upright, along with the King of Cups. So this first part, my dear, I am wondering and thinking about what your moving situation looks like. My first thought was like a roommate situation. So I'm wondering if you're moving with someone or if you and a partner or you're going to someone. Anyway, the point is the smoothly portion affects that. So I am questioning the other portion of the move, the other person in the move, if there is another person. If you're moving into your own apartment, great. And then there's still like an aspect of it that I have a question mark about. But for me, it feels like if you have a roommate situation or you and like your boyfriend or you and your bestie or whoever, y'all two are then moving to XYZ place, that there is something that's going to happen with this other person that's going to have them either bail out or get irresponsible, or like the money is not going to land with this other person so that the place goes well. So the other cards that I have is the 9 of Wands reversed, along with the 9 of Swords upright, and then the 5 of Swords upright. So if we're asking for the smoothly part, it doesn't look like it's going to be a bump-free ride. So there are going to be like it's just speed bumps, so not like full-on brick walls where it's going to be like no, and you're going to think you made the wrong decision. Like you follow this idea that you have, follow this dream that you've been daydreaming about. Keep doing that. Now, when the roadblocks show up or the speed bumps happen, understand that they're temporary and you'll be able to get through them, get over them, and let's not make them bigger than they actually are, because it's like once you get past them, you're actually going to have some unfair advantages. You're going to be in a really, really good space compared to these other people, oops, there's my card, who are walking away from their dreams or their ambitions or their responsibilities in this arrangement with you. So I don't think it's going to be bump free, but I think you are going to be just fine. Like in the broad scheme of things. Anyway, let's forget all the words. You will be just fine. But Courtney, I do have questions on the if there's a person that's going with you, or if you're going to then live with someone. Like if you get my drift, there's this other person aspect that I have questions about. But I hope it's going to be okay for you there. My dear, thank you so much for your question. All right, Deja. AV tarot reading. Why am I not happy in my life and feel empty inside? Fun bunch. I'm sorry that you feel empty inside. It's no fun. No one needs that. So why? That's the big question. Why are we feeling empty? Why are we not happy in your life? Ooh. What is something that makes you feel yummy for a quick moment? Not even like all day, every day yummy kind of thing. But like, do you have a dog that when you think of, you kind of smile a little bit, just a little bit? Like I'm wondering if we can shift our focuses sometimes when we get like little unhappy about things. So Sometimes even just those little like, oh, I love my cat. My cat is so nice. Just that little upbeat helps so much. Helps so much. Let's see if we can find out why. Why are we not in a good space? Or in the best space? Why are we not in the greatest spaces? Let me get over dramatic for you. My dear. All right, last one. Why are we comparing ourselves to others? Is the first question that I have for you. Do you do a lot of that? Like if you're looking at Facebook and wondering like, or Instagram, wondering why your life is not like others? Like, oh, there's not the fear of missing out, but there's like an actual name for the comparison. Have you heard of that before? I don't remember what it is though.
We all do it a little bit.
We all, yeah, I try not to. Or the moment I realize I'm doing that, I start to delete those counts. Like, I don't want to keep anything in my presence that makes me feel bad about myself. So it's like, if it's someone who's doing their nails too good for me, I temporarily delete them until I get back into a space where I'm okay with it again.
Just a commonality that in our culture, everyone does it a little bit.
Everyone in our culture does it a little bit. Everyone does it a little bit. Let's see. Okay. So, honey, I have the 5 of, what is that? Pentacles. There we go. 5 of Pentacles along with the Strength card. And then the 3 of Pentacles reversed. So this first part to me kind of has this feeling of, like it's tying into your element of self-worth is the main portion that I'm feeling with that. Like the manner in which you feel like possibly like your job, your work, your life, the projection that you have in your mind of where your life is supposed to be at this moment isn't measuring up to where it actually is. And so because of that like disparity between the two of them, it's like you're beating yourself up for this distance that you're creating with it. So the other card I have for you is the 2 of Wands reversed, along with the King of Swords reversed, and then the Lovers reversed. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is a relationship element to it that probably broke your heart and kind of disjointed your sense of not reality, your sense of what is possible. Because it's like if you have that relationship with someone and you think it's going well, you think it's beautiful, it's going to last forever, and then it breaks up, you're like, but I thought I was right. I thought forever could happen. I thought, you have all these thoughts that you now get real clear that it's not exactly what you thought it was. I was pulling that also from that King of Swords reversed. That kind of leads me into like thinking about like a person that you were seeing or a person that you were dating. Maybe you had plans. You had plans that, again, going to move in together, maybe get engaged, and the engagement falls apart, and maybe they cheated. There's a laundry list of things, of disappointments that can happen in those kind of scenarios that doesn't do anything for our self-esteem. So maybe in regards to starting to feel better, that would probably be something like the next invitation that I would like to send your way is like, what can we do to start helping you feel better? And because I want to do that, I'm going to pull more cards on it. So what can we do to help Bisha feel better? What can we do? Huh? Okay. Jeez. I want to make sure I'm like, in tune. What can we do to help, or what can be done? What can you do to help yourself feel better? What can you do? What are some things that you can do to help yourself feel better? That's what I'm looking for. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotcha. Okay. So this part, my dear, I have the 10 of Swords reversed, along with the King of Cups reversed, along with Temperance. So Hun Bunch, my first thing is these 2 cards. So if we are worried or wondering if another person or another relationship is going to help you feel better, let's get that one, let's let that one go now. Because you trying to put your feelings into another person is going to perpetually leave you disappointed. People will disappoint you if you put your sense of self into them instead of into yourself, because it is a sense of self. If you do that, they're going to leave you disappointed. So having a sense of balance, finding the right ingredients for yourself that helps you feel better. So is that tending to your own spiritual practice? Is that taking care of your own fitness? Is it your own health? What is it that you can do for yourself that will help you start to feel a little bit better? I'm not saying you have to go from like where you're at right now to a mental patient on a mountaintop feeling glorious. We're not asking for that. We're just looking for a little bit better. Like just, watch a comedy, watch your favorite stand-up, pet your dog, your cat, go visit with a friend, whatever it is that you need to do. In addition, I have the Page of Swords reversed, along with the 5, 6 of Swords reversed. and the justice part. So I feel like balance is a big thing for you. Like I've had like what 4 cards in here that talk some element about balance. So what areas, maybe that's the invitation for you, what areas in your life do you find are out of balance, and what can you do to kind of bring some stability to them, even if it's just a little bit of counterbalance to it? Is it letting toxic people out of your life? Is it maybe spending more time for yourself instead of running the rat race at work? What is it that you can do to kind of add a counterbalance to the things that are going on for you? And I think doing things like that, having those conversations with yourself, maybe looking at other like mentors, other uh, models of what you like or you want in your life, all those kind of things will start to help make the thing overall, make life overall start to feel a little bit better, at least a little bit. And those little bits start to build up over time and kind of exponentially grow. There we go. All the words for you, my dear. But do let me know how that lands for you, and if that helped at all. And if not, I have some other ideas, so I can totally talk to you further. All right, so it is my time. I need to set my timer for 4 minutes. I'm setting my timer for 4 minutes. For 4 minutes, there we go. So I can tell you a little bit about who I am, how I work, what services I provide, and it's just the 4 minutes. I won't take too much of the time away from the cards. But you guys, well, you know that I do this. I do the tarot card readings via, there we go, via video, via Zoom, emailed readings as well. And I also do Facebook Messenger by chat. And so each of these reading types kind of offer different mode of receiving insight, receiving wisdom, receiving guidance from the tarot cards, because I understand that a lot of people have different kind of overt openness that is going on in their household right now. Some people are a little bit more closeted about their interests, and they need something that's a little bit quieter and not like an hour sitting in front of a webcam with their parents running back and forth, or their spouse or significant other in the background, and you want something that's a little bit more individualized. Or maybe you don't have the time to spend a 30-minute session chatting with me via Facebook. In those kind of situations, maybe an email reading would be perfect for you, so that you can ask the question, you can have a reading, and you can read it on your own time, maybe when you're relaxing in the tub or when you're out on the walk by yourself. So it's like all of these reading types offer something different for whatever mode. And you can find the types of readings I have available directly on the website, which is avtarotreading.com. So yes, I got it right. There you go. I messed my own website. It's avtarotreading.com. You can take a look at the services and then see the main blocks of services that I offer, and they'll each kind of explore different methods as you move forward, and it schedules it directly. It sets up the payment. I get the notification. Emailed readings are completed within 24, usually before 48 hours, and then Zoom is recorded these days. So we're recording all of our Zoom tarot readings now, so that you can have something to look back on. And chat is obviously via Facebook chat. You don't need to record it. It's right there. Just go back and click on it, maybe copy and paste and store it somewhere if you need to. But yeah, so that gives you some opportunities to save and hold on to your reads, so you can refer back to them later. Also, if you're interested in maybe purchasing your own set of cards for yourself or for someone else, you know, Mother's Day is coming up and I do shit pretty quickly. You can visit my Etsy page and see the entire collection of inventory for tarot cards, Oracle, Lenormand, and various other types of cards on the site directly. They're new and pre-owned, so I call them pre-loved, and it's like you're adopting, because I feel like foster mom, and you are adopting these cards as they're going off to new homes. So there's a couple ways that you can get in touch with that or get involved with that. Lastly, if for some reason you are phenomenally crazy like me and you want to learn more tarot insights, you want to learn with another batch of creative, fun, unusual, strange other ladies who like tarot as much as I do, I also have a tarot learning group called AV Tarot Learning, which you can find in the group section or on the link in this post. And you can join me and a few other of my crazies and in the whole learning process of tarot. Like right now, what I am working on helping the ladies learn, grow, and understand with is when you have a tarot card that you just can't get the meaning of, like it just doesn't stick. And for me, usually that means that card in particular has a message and a meaning. So it's like if there's something in it for you that's a little bit deeper than just the surface level of the card. So I'm going to be working with my girls this week on how to ingrain that lesson, how to find out what that message is, so that you no longer have to struggle with understanding what the meaning of that particular card is. But yes, you all, thank you so much for listening to my spiel. We'll hop right back into our reads, and I hit it within 11 seconds. I think I did good. All right, let me close that off. So I'm going to cough real quick just so that I get this out of the way. Let me mute. You see how fleshed I am? All right, let me get shuffling again. Let's see what we got. All right, Jamie, should I continue to relocate to North Carolina this year? Ooh, Jamie. Should we go to North Carolina? I used to live in Winston-Salem, North Carolina for about 6 months. Oh, Lord. That was an interesting time of my life. We'll just leave it at that. North Carolina, should you move? Continue to relocate to North Carolina this year. Is it in our best interest? Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's see what we have. So, Hun Bunch, I have Temperance for you. I love that posture that she's in, that little tree pose. I also have the 9 of Swords, so there's a bit of overthinking going on in there. And then there's the Ace of Wands, so there's this new idea, new opportunity, new. So for me, like, if you should continue this, I feel like you're kind of teetering back and forth. Some days you think it's brilliant and you cannot wait to get this done. Then other times you're like, oh shit, I'm making the wrong choice or I'm making the wrong decision. You have the 6 of Swords in addition, along with the 9 of Wands, ending up on the Page of Wands. So to me, Hun, it feels like you're young enough. It almost doesn't matter if you do or if you don't, because if you do, you get to have an adventure. If you don't, life is so wonderful for you, and great things are still going to happen either location. You want to like have an adventure and have a new like this whole new thing going on in your life? Yes, yeah, go ahead. So it's like you have this little, well, 1, there's a lizard, and then 2, there's a kitty, and then this person looks like they're just ready and willing and able to go on this adventure. So yeah, why not? I mean, it's going to be complicated. It's going to be hard because anything new is. But yeah, there's no reason not to. So yeah, go have fun, enjoy yourself, have a grand old time, and tell me all about it, Jamie. All right. At what point? Of my life does Abraham come back? Let's see. Let's see. Let's ask if, or let's see if. Let's see if it's an if. Because wins don't matter if they don't happen. But I also try to keep in mind that the future is not written in stone. So what we show up here could very well change tomorrow. But let's just see, as of right now, at this second, if Abraham will come back. Will Abraham come back? Period. All right, last shuffle. Will Abraham come back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, my dear. So the first part of this spread, I have the 2 of Pentacles. There we go. Along with the Hierophant and the oops, as I throw my cards at you. And then I have the 3 of Cups. So this first part, my dear, actually feels like if there is a separation, I feel like this separation is actually in everyone's best interest. Like this actually gives you the opportunity to kind of get back from being in this, or maybe both of you, from being in this indecisive state to very clear as to exactly who and what you want to be or who you want to be with each other. The 3 of Cups, though, is kind of a sweet thing, though. Like that's either like great days, great opportunities, party. There's that upbeat component to it. In addition, I have the 2 of Cups, so I do pick up on like some sweetness happening along with the 6 of Cups. The only thing that's making me question things a bit is this 4 of Swords at the end. This card kind of has that feel of kind of like a Sleeping Beauty, kind of where she's fallen asleep and then there's not really that prince that comes and wakes her up kind of feel to it. So I think this person is going to come back. I wonder, though, if it's going to stay. That's like the question mark. I don't know if this is they're staying, they're going to be here for good as of right now, or if they're going to stay and then something happens where there's this disconnect, they go from being pairs to like sleeping. So that's the part that I'm like, what's going to happen there? But for them coming back, it seems like they will, at least as of right now. Now, the results of that is where that 4 of Swords comes in, and I have questions on that 4 of Swords. But it seems like they are coming around. Gotcha. All right, Justin, keen to know what else 2020 has in store for me and who is watching over me at this present time. Ooh, let's see. Which one shall we do? Which one should we pick, babe?
What's 2020 have?
Okay, so Melissa's is splitting the question up for us because we only answer one question at a time. What else does 2020 have in store? Let's see. We're gonna shuffle. We're gonna shuffle and find out what does 2020. I don't know where this voice is coming from, but it's funny and it's fun to do. I felt like masculine and drama all at the same time. I'm morphing right in front of you. Okay, 2020. That's what we're asking for. What is 2020? There we go. What does the rest of 2020 have in store for you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fun stuff. I will say that. So the cards that I have for you, my dear, is the Page of Wands, just to show you briefly, along with the Fool card and the Four of Wands. So for me, as of right now, I mean, you may be like stuck at home, but it's a freaking party. Like you're enjoying yourself, or it feels like there's still like you're still finding the parts that you enjoy. I love that. And so the year is probably just going to be a continued reflection of that. I do feel like you're getting more into your own sense of who you are, though. You're starting to remember and realize, because this never went away from you, that you have all the tools you need to create the life that you want. So it's just more of that. And that actually works out very well for you because the Sun card is all about abundance. It's all about like wish fulfillment. It's the dreams that you have. It's the that sunny day when you have the sun like basking on your cheeks and your cheeks tighten up a little bit because it's all warm. It's that good feeling. And then you end up on the Knight of Cups. So it feels like if you're a little bit of romantic in there. So if you're dating, great, you're gonna have somebody that's gonna take all that attention. If you're married, it's still great for your relationship. If you are single, maybe somebody shows up. Anyway, it looks like 2020 is going to be a good year despite all of this stuff, or even because all of this stuff. It gets to be a great year for you. So I think Yogi is going to be fun. So. All right, Tammy. Hello. We are supposed to go and sign some paperwork tomorrow to put 2 homes in our name. We have a feeling the lady we are buying the homes from is trying to scam us. Okay. Sorry, it took me so long to get that. Okay. What are my thoughts? All right. So what's going on? Let's see. What do we need to know about buying these homes? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Let's see. And I'm sorry that someone's trying to scam you, or you feel like someone's trying to scam you, because if you get like the whiff of that, then there's probably something. And it may not even be scamming per se. It may be just like she's trying to get what she feels is in her best interest at not giving a shit about yours. And some people are just that way. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know? Last shuffle, my dear. Okay. There we go. What do we need to know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think you're gonna. So one of the homes doesn't feel like it's gonna complete. If that makes any sense. So what the cards that I have is one's the 5 of Pentacles reversed, along with the Wheel of Fortune. So to me, that is usually about moving. And then I have the 9 of Wands. So to me, this definitely does feel like the money situation is going to get difficult with something. The Wheel of Fortune is on which side? This side. There we go. The Wheel of Fortune does talk about a move, but it's not an easy one. So this is not a comfortable situation. It is a situation though, so there is movement. I just don't think it's like the mover's losing your stuff or something. There's something dumb. But it doesn't. It's not easy. It's not a smooth and easy process. Lastly, there's the Queen of Swords reversed, along with the Fool card reversed, and then the 5 of Cups upright. I'm inclined to think that if this lady is making it difficult to actually sell, like I wouldn't be surprised if for some reason this doesn't actually complete. It's like one of the houses doesn't complete, or the ones with her. I'm inclined to think it's that woman that you just mentioned, because it's the Queen of Swords reversed. I don't feel like that is actually going to complete, or there's going to be some element of it that leaves you kind of just like depressed and pissed off. So I wouldn't be surprised if you get one, but maybe not the other. And then when you do the move, it's going to be like, it's like a wheel with a flat side to it. So it turns and it turns and anyway. So I hope you have a thick skin, hun, and lots of patience. And don't be scared to throw back a few drinks. You might need it. But I hope it goes well for you, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that it goes as smoothly as possible. All right. Oh my goodness, it's flash time. Okay, so I love this, you guys. I'm not gonna flash you, I promise. But what I am gonna do, and not move my computer all the way around and create an earthquake. When it comes to flash readings, what we do is that we pull the question, and I shuffle my cards. I pull one card and deliver the fastest reading I possibly can muster very, very quickly. And for me, it's just getting a mass amount of people into this reading not this reading, into this, I forget my words, get the most amount of people in this at the last bit as possible. Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. We'll aim for words or coherence later. We'll just aim for the reading. How about that? All right, so let me get shuffling, and Melissa's going to work on that for me. And we'll hop right on in. All right. All right, my dear, I need to know, should I move out of my roommate because she's acting funny? Ooh. I need to know, should I move out from my roommate? Oops, there it is. Should she move out from her roommate? What is this called? 10 of Swords. So to me, it's like, it's more than just acting funny. Like, that's a subtle way of putting it. To me, it's like, no, honey, go. Like, it kind of has that feeling of mind the stuff that's important to you. Like, put your important documents in a lock safe box, like whatever the stuff that is most important to you, stash it, hide it, whatever you need to do until you've gotten out. So if you're working on leaving, suggestion is that you continue to work on leaving if that's what you're doing. So it seems a little bit more intense than just acting funny. Oh goodness. All right, Sandrine, what do I need? Oh my goodness, my cards aren't shuffling. What do I need to do with this ghosting individual? Cut it or try to understand him? Okay. Thank you, darling.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, by the way. Melissa said happy birthday too. All right, should we try to give him an opportunity, understand him, or let it go? Let's see. What should we do here? Oops, wrong side. What should we do? There we go. What is this one? Page of Swords. I'm inclined for you to stand up for yourself. So not so much worrying about your person or them, but standing up and defending your needs, your priorities, your boundaries in the situation. So you'll have to decide as to what that means for you, but standing up for yourself and not allowing yourself to be walked on or disrespected, to me, is really important. So whatever that means for you, like if that means like ghosting them or not talking to them, or just saying don't talk to me anymore, text, whatever it is you need to do, lose my number, whatever it is you need to do, then yeah, but stand up for yourself, your boundaries, yourself. Stand up for yourself, my dear. All right, so I'm shuffling away. We are still doing flash readings, so these are super quick one card readings. Melissa's finding another question. Danny, is my ex my soulmate? So let's see if we can pull a card on that for you. Let's see. Oh, I hate that they're your ex. That happens. Let's see, what is this? King of Cups. I feel like they think they are. I think you believe they are. Now, if they are is the question. So it's cups. It's super high emotion. It's super high energy. I feel like it only matters what you two think. That it doesn't matter what the tarot reader thinks. It doesn't matter what other people think about your relationship or your connection. It only matters what you think. Now, what you're going to do with that is the other question. Does that mean you're going to never date another person again because you're aiming for this one? I hope not. Please don't do that, because that's not healthy for you either. I think possibly, yes, this is the King of Cups. Yes, he has your heart. Yes, this person has all your attention and has all the feels, but there's also the other end of the same card. There's still other people available. There's a whole planet of people that's around. This person will either show up or they won't, and somebody else may too. So yeah, anywho, doesn't matter. All right, Vanessa, what is the next step to manifest the right place to live in the next 10 days? Whoa, I love the specifics in that. What is the next step to manifest the right place to live in the next 10 days? Oh my goodness. Let's see what shows up for us. Ooh, I'm going to switch cards. I'm going to go back to practical. What is the next step?
She said she had a tough week.
You've had a tough week, hon? Oh, you're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. I'm sorry it's been a tough week, hon. The right place to live the next 10 days. What is the next steps to manifest this? Okay, last shuffle. We're gonna pull that card. Oops. Apparently not. There you go. All right. Let's see. Actually, the top one. I just want that. What is this? Hun, you have to put that burden down. That would probably be the biggest thing that I would tell you to do. So the Ten of Wands for me is all about things that are heavy and burdensome and hard to deal with and hard to contend with. Usually those burdens show up when we have picked up everyone else's ideas, everyone else's problems, everyone else's things, everyone's things, even your own things. You've picked up a lot of bleeding things. You don't have to carry all of it. You can put a couple of them down. Maybe you can defer a couple of them or figure another arrangement out, or maybe have a backup plan to put your things for the time being. So what is the next step in manifesting the right place to live in the next 10 days? My suggestion, my invitation, there we go. We'll skip the suggestions. We'll go to an invitation of finding a way to find peace, finding a way to rest, finding a way to put the burden down, even if it's temporary. Like, you can create a backup plan tomorrow. Like, can you spend at least the rest of this evening not worrying about it? Like, distract yourself, get out of the constantly worrying about it, constantly trying to fix it, chronically trying to solve this problem. Can we get out of that just for tonight? Like, you can think about it tomorrow, but like, just for tonight, can you give yourself some rest? Giving yourself that rest will allow other things to show up for you. Giving yourself like space will allow divine opportunities to just show up. So give it the opportunity to do so, but you're gonna have to rest for a moment, my dear. So that would be the next step that I would take. And hopefully keep those fingers crossed. We got you in those next 10 days. Been thinking about reaching out to an old friend. Is it worth communicating to them? Let's find out. My God. Is it worth communicating to them? Is it worth communicating to them? Okay. Let's see. Is it worth communicating? What do we have? Hangman. I'm inclined to suggest or invite. My invitation for you is to allow it to be. Just to be. I wouldn't. So it's if blah 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 blah. Let's see how hard it is. So if you reach out the first time and they immediately answer and it immediately picks up and it's like nothing ever happened, then go ahead and lean into that. Now, if it's like beating down a brick wall where you have to like find someone's mom to send a message to someone else's cousin Pookie over around the way, like, don't, no, let's not let's not do that. Like, that's too much effort. Like, the Hangman is about allowing, it's surrender. It's allowing whatever to be will be. So if it takes too much effort, if it takes effort to do this, then I would the suggestion would be not to. If it's effortless and you only have to like hi, then yeah, go for it. Why not? Thank you, Glenda. Thank you so much for your question. All right, let's see. Charismatic. Thank you. Thank you for bringing us your happiness. I'm from Brazil. Hello. I just met you here. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Yay! Yeah. I just got a job as a temp, but coronavirus made the whole company stop. I believe that. I would love to know if I have to be worried and search for another job. Okay. Let's see. Well, you don't have to be worried, but searching for another job may not be a bad idea. And yes, and like Melissa just said, thank you for showing up and the charisma. Yay. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I don't mind. I know Melissa's like, oh. Yes. All right, let's see. What do we need to know? Here we go. What is this called? So 9 of Cups reversed. I'm inclined to think that you are going to be fine regardless. An opportunity likes to show up for you. Things like to kind of just present themselves. Just rest in that. I would say that it's not a bad idea to keep your ear open, but I wouldn't say constantly searching the help wanted is gonna like get you there. Like, it feels like just being open for opportunity, keeping your ear open for opportunity, making sure, obviously the house, the food, the payments and stuff to things are going to be okay. But I feel like you're going to be just fine. Even as a reverse card, the 9 of Cups is still a great card to have. It's usually just a little bit on the slower end. So I think you are going to be fine. I don't think you have to worry. Just don't allow yourself to worry, because it's that worry is what is when you're thinking about stuff that hasn't even happened yet. So it's like, don't do that to yourself. Enjoy your time off. Get some fun stuff in while you can. You're never gonna get this opportunity again. All right, I think you'll be fine, hon. Oh, you're very welcome, my dear. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna keep shuffling. If I can shuffle, apparently I can't shuffle and not see at the same time. There we go. We'll do this. How can your person and you reconcile successfully? I wonder if reconcile should be a word in itself. Like reconcile. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna make that one funny one day. All right, how can you two reconcile successfully? How can you two reconcile successfully? Someone's gonna have to put the sticks down. So Ace of Wands to me is usually the start of things. When it's reversed, to me it's like, okay, pause. Like give it a quick second. Like you have all this information, you have all this ideas, you have all this that you're brimming at the seams to do all these changes, like all these things that you want to do. Like rest. Don't. I wouldn't steamroll the thing. Like almost feels like there's an Aries in the room somewhere. Like who is being the Aries? Can we dump a cup of water on them? Like can we calm them down for a quick second? I might be talking about myself. Who knows? But point is, it's like whoever it is that is the super energetic one. If it's you or if it's them, like let's pace it. Let's be slow with it. And I think with that slower speed, you can have better communication. There'll be better integration between the two of you. So it'll be less oil and water and less someone being defensive, less someone having to pull out their own weapons, their own sticks to kind of defend themselves against something. So it's like slow things down a bit. Slow things down a bit, my dear. All right, you're 58. Can you see how many more years I will work before I can retire? Ooh. How many more years will you work before you can retire? 58. Well, I think the legal age is isn't it like 62 and a half or 68 and a half, 62 and a half? But you have to be financially able to. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't remember. Let's find out. Let's see what's up right here. Let's see what happens. How many years? We're just gonna not even like be intuitive. We're gonna just see what that card freaking says and just call it good. Like how many years? Like let the card just all day. Whatever this card is. Whatever this card is. Last shuffle. Whatever this card is. Oops. It doesn't want to communicate. Okay, there you go. Whatever this card is. What is it? It's a Queen of Cups. That's wonderful. So it's reversed. So what do I know about what a Queen of Cups upright is? An emotional woman generally. It usually goes around her world with rose-colored glasses. So when it comes to numbers, this card doesn't help me with numbers. So when she's reversed, her emotions are usually like dumped out of the cup. She's tossed the cup. Maybe she's a little bit more practical instead of emotional. So, suggestion, invitation is actually to seek practicality with this instead of emotions with your situation. So the invitation is maybe doing some math, like literal math, like with the lifestyle that you want to live. How much money do you have saved, and do you have enough? Can you make enough currently with the state of things as is? Like figure out your numbers. Because I mean, if you can do it tomorrow, you can do it tomorrow. If not, then it might be longer. Some people, like myself, I don't ever want to retire. I want to continue doing the shit that I love until I can't do it anymore. So I don't have a number for you, hun, but I do have a suggestion of figuring out your numbers. Thank you. All right, Brianna, who is watching over me? Woo! Let's see. I'm gonna switch cards. Let's see who is watching over you. Who wants to tell me? Who's watching for you? Oh, 2 cards just hopped out. Let's see what those are. So I have a 3 of Wands that hopped out, along with a 5 of Wands that hopped out. So I'm inclined. So I feel like, or I'm thinking, we have ancestor because we have one person, and then we have spirit team. So that's like a collections of people or a collection soul group of people that are working and watching with you. 3 of Wands. I'm inclined to lean kind of grandmothery, but that feels a little bit cliche. So I'm actually even doesn't feel like your grandmother though. So it's like someone who was a grandmother to someone that you built a connection with, and so that they care for you. Maybe like that godmother. That's a little bit more along the lines of what I'm thinking, like someone who's not genetically related to you, but kind of like pulled you in like family anyway. Does that make sense? And then you have this big old soul group of family. They're an energetic bunch of, I want to say crotchety old ladies, but they probably aren't. They probably aren't. They're just a funny group and they're fussing with each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're over here like, well, I said she should do that. Well, no, she should be, like they can't get along. So you have an interesting group. You have an interesting group. You have more than one person keeping their eyes on you, kind of batting things around to kind of help you stay safe and nudge you in the directions in which you want to go. It's just listening to them. So listen away, listen away, my dear. Hi, sweet pea. Went to a spiritual healer. Do you think what he sold me will actually help me with love? Oh, I hope so. I hope. I hope so. I hope they do. I hope it does work. But let's see. Let's pull a card and see if it helps. If it will help. Will it help you with love? Will it help you with your love? Let's see. Will it help? Will it help? Will it help? What is this? King of Cups. I'm inclined that if you believe it will, then it shall. If you do not think it will, then it's not gonna. So tend to your emotions, tend to your feelings about it. If you want this to work, have faith that it does. And if anything, like what is it? Placebo effect kicks in and does so anyway. Like so, have faith in yourself if this is something that you want to actually work on. And then just see what opens up for you. So maybe not this one little thing, but maybe this now set you on a directional course towards the next thing that will help, this next thing that will aid in helping, this next thing that will open you up for other experiences that also aid in the development and soothing, healing, and fixing the things that are going on in your love life. Suggestion. Thank you, Tiffany. Alrighty. It's my time to go back to, real life world and things. I'm going to miss all of y'all. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me this evening. Read for you today for the hour and looks like we're a little over. So you can totally find me here next week at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to hang out, get your reading in. If you didn't get it in during this session, you can totally schedule something with me directly. You can catch me here on Facebook or go to my website directly and purchase the reading type that you're interested in. So please feel free to schedule if you'd like to work with me one-on-one. If not, I will see you next week. So you all take care, stay safe, stay sanitized. I blow kisses, but I mess up my lipstick. Let me not do that. All righty, you all take care.